So there's the matchup right there. Number 9 on the rankings coming into this, up against number 24, of course, Alejo Muniz. We're celebrating his 8-year CT career.
Looks like the waves are really good right now as we see first opening ride here.
We're going to catch up with Alejo Muniz. Muniz up against S.Pupo in this matchup. This is Heat 11 of round 2. And Alejo with a fairly paced approach to begin his matchup with Samuka. Slashes off the top with it. And then right behind him, S.Pupo. Sammy, who's been having a great year on the championship tour, wants to continue that roll through Fiji. And just slicing the JS Golden Child on his way. Looking very, very comfortable. Clean rails for S.Pupo and a sting at the end. Make it 2 for S.Pupo right into nearly dry reef.
Well, that's a nice exchange already. Real level of notice that he's putting the world on. I feel like we can really see it's evident that his surfing's improved a lot in the last year.
Here we go. Had a 6.33 for his opening score. Looking to ditch a 1-point ride. He's going to do that just by virtue of that first slash on the backhand. Sammy surfing smart, under priority, and also backing up his 6.33 opener.
So this is Sammy replacing that 1.5 here with this wave. I just love his pace. For me, I just keep talking about it, keep banging on about it. But anyone that doesn't look like they're in a massive rush on these waves, to me, really stands out. Jake Marshall, when we were commentating that heat.
Alejo needs to make a comeback right here. Needs a 6.5. Muniz slashes off the top. Plumes of water out the back. Skitters off the top and a vicious finish. And he hangs on.
This 2-turn combo, we've seen the 2 turns just be rewarded really well throughout this event already so far. Precision on the first one, but this last one, so late, so critical, really held on there.
6.5 requirement, but right behind him, Samuka. S.Pupo, slash of his own on the backhand, looks down the line in between this section. Going to stick with turns as the barrel's not on offer. And that one gets a little flat-faced on the inside. But Sammy's sticking with it. He's not worried about reef, is he? Just floats onto dry reef. There you go, Sammy. Well, anything for a half a point.
The sheer force of that last turn and the wave converging around him, but he hung on. Second wave of the set for Sammy. A lot cleaner, but this wave, just such a different profile to what we saw Alejo take off on. Alejo had a couple of belts. Sammy's, on the other hand, a little bit more tapered here. You can kind of see it. This one sort of forcing him out a little bit onto the shoulder. I mean, he really sticks with this one to the death and makes sure he gets this little finish on the inside. And you never know how heats are going to play out. And I feel like, yeah, may as well get that squeeze.
So that shows you the how much percentage of time that our surfers have held priority. And you can see S.Pupo under priority. So just giving a chance there. But Alejo Muniz has been holding on to priority for the majority of this heat.
Yeah, so Sammy right now just trying to roll the dice. Looks like there's a lot of space between them, and it looks like he might be going again.
Created some space and found the corner. Down the reef pass. Samuka. Huge spray. Nice pace again. Quick off the top, strong off the bottom, and
then Sammy, he created space for this wave to come to fruition down the line, and beautiful turn here. Surf's so solid. I feel you could really see him, like this is where the comp brain comes on, and he's like, hey, I just need to complete this wave. I complete this wave, and just trying to improve on his situation.
Fist shake to the judges' tower. Foamy face for Alejo Muniz, and Alejo just goes down brutally.
Oh man, every time I watch that, those awkward dismounts, not even a dismount, just kind of catches him by surprise. It just looks like you go down and you eat. He's trying to drop a 3.33, so he's trying to improve on this situation. Nice little carve, and then if he makes this last turn here, I feel he's easily done that.
And using the priority right here, Samuel. First strike on point. Second one, vertical, up in the lip, a stinger. Second, third, coming through. Great pace. Air drops into that one as the bottom drops out. Fist pump, and he's feeling like he's growing his score line. What do you think?
I loved it. Realizing that, hey, this has a lot of scoring potential. I think precision comes to mind when I look at this wave. That's my first word. Really great timing as well on all these turns. And we've seen a lot of people come undone on this last section, but Sammy is just too good for that. And I feel like he can already feel it himself.
And in the tower on the reef, Alejo Muniz skittering down the line, zooming off the top, wrenching off the bottom, and has to toss that one away, get the board away from you in that situation. A little late to the lip and just goes down.
So really just eyeing up this inside section. Nice paced approach here, but oh my goodness, that is just scary. When
see some opportunity here. Muniz is going to activate. He's got a chance. 6.27 is what he needs. Nice start with a big vertical dagger off the bottom again. Another big vertical slash. One more time. Wave is a bit tapered. Those are two big hangers on the backhand, and he's going to go for it all the way to the dry reef. He thinks he did it on the priority. I think that's going to be pretty close.
I think it's going to be close too. I reflect back on Sammy's last couple of waves. Obviously, let's have a look here. Smaller one, but these two couple of turns, so critical and tight in the pocket. This one here goes straight up into it, blows the fins out. The only thing that could let him down here is just the size factor and how this wave finished with such a taper. I'm really interested to see where they go. I think the size factor at the end there could let... Alejo isn't chasing a 6.83, he's just chasing a 6.27, and I feel like it was just under it.
Here goes Sammy taking off on this wave, and that wave gives him nothing. So it's a series of decisions, right? Whether you're successful in the heat. S.Pupo let Alejo Muniz go on that wave, holding priority. Hey, well, he made the right decision. S.Pupo on to the third round here. And good friend Alejo Muniz eliminated from competition, but a great showing from both of these Brazilian surfers.
Samuel, congratulations. A really tough heat against a good friend and a strong opponent, Alejo. It was a real toe-to-toe match there at the start, but then you snuck a score under priority to start building your lead.
Yeah, I mean, such a tough heat. I was just really happy to have the opportunity to surf with Alejo on his last year, and we haven't had a man-on-man heat yet, so this is our first one, and I'm just so happy to be in the water with him. Waves are like so fun, as fun as it gets, so it was fun. Definitely not my very best surfing, but I'm happy to just make the heat.
That's it, man. You're in the top 10 at the moment, and you know this is the point of the year where people start to really knuckle down and laser focus on that world title. These early heats, just to get that first win on the board is so important.
Very important, you know. With this format, you have to be ready from the very start, and that's what I've been really focusing on this year, and make sure that I'm super ready for my very first heat. And Matthew Myers have been helping me a lot with that this year, and it's been kind of tough not having him with me these last two events. I just feel a little bit lost in the water, you know, almost like trying to look for him somewhere in the channel or something like that. But that just shows how much our work has been, you know, good together, and just can't wait to get back with him at lowers. But focusing on Fiji right now and try to better my surfing, because I feel like I could have done so much better on those waves, and I just couldn't really read the wave well. So I'll work on that, and let's go on the next one.
That's it, man. I mean, sometimes you get heats out there where everything just clicks and you get the canvas, and other ones are a little more grindy. But yeah, it's a great shout out to Matty as well. He's done great work with you this year, and obviously, you know, in a fantastic position to make a run at the world title. But congrats, man. We look forward to seeing you in the next heat. We hope you get to really bring your best.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm still hunting that my first win ever, so I'm really going for that this year, this last few events, and not thinking about the title run at all. Just happy with how my year's going, and I really want that first win.
Congrats, man. I'll get a little fluoro yellow hat so you can at least wave to me from the channel.
All right.